This is Paul. Malpractice. The use of mental health evaluations and the only treatment that I see that could have been required is this. Complete control of my personal life because of a false accusation of family violence and child abuse. Yeah. Or I have to admit to being the perpetrator of the crime, even though my court record was expunged. Yeah. Now, let's see. Evaluation and treatment service provided and supervision qualified personnel. Yep. Now, DSHS may adopt rules and establish fees as necessary to implement this section. Yeah. I'm going to pay some fees similar to the fees that I paid on Guam. Court fees and fines. Yeah. And then the fee to be able to take the 7 hours of parenting classes. Yep. I'm going to pay whatever you say. Right. Why don't you get me all your fees that you've collected as the Department of Social and Health Services? I'd like to sue for all of them for the last 40 years. Now, the Secretary of the Department of Social and Health Services, they may adopt rules or may not. Yes. And they can establish fees as necessary to implement this section. Yeah. Now, as the individual, right now, that you wanted me to say I was a perpetrator of family violence, child abuse, and assault. Yes. When having paid for the 7 hours of parenting classes. Yeah. Completed them. Stipulation and order. Yeah. And then when I get here. Yeah. My wife decides to accuse me of all kinds of mental health problems. Yes. And then I'm going to pay for you. Yes. To tell me what to do. Yes. For the rest of my life. Now, DSHS. Yeah. May conduct on-site monitoring visits. Yeah. As part of its plan to certify domestic violence perpetrator programs and monitoring implementation of the rules adopted by the Secretary of the Department of Social Health Services. The Secretary of Department of Social Health Services. The Secretary of Department of Social Health Services right now. The Secretary. The Secretary. The Secretary. Yes. The Secretary. Right now. This very important individual. Oh. You're gonna get to visit me when I live in a homeless shelter. Yeah, the fifth wheel where I was staying at. You were gonna visit me at 1023 Kitchen Dick Road, where Mike turned the electricity off on me in the middle of winter and kept all my personal items. Yeah, same location that got all my court notices when you said I was homeless on December 31st. Mike Van Proyen that was abusive to his wife and his adopted daughter. Yes. Quite possibly involved himself in raping his own spouse. The use of the genetics of her to make Marilee pouch. The whole thought that I'm going to allow for you, to have carte blanche access to my personal life because of the false accusation of family violence. You're using children to obligate this, for civil subject matter protection orders, of spouses and loved ones, that want to accuse them right now. So that the Secretary of the Department of Social and Health Services, the Secretary, right now, can decide, well, I want you to go over and see what Paul's doing right now. I got a bad feeling about him. You know, whomever the Secretary is in the Department of Social and Health Services, I want you to know who I am. In fact, I want your personal address and the signature card of every bank account that you've opened since you were able to open a bank account. In fact, just thinking about that voice over IP, the possibility of tanning bed light. Yes, I worked in a bank, and I do know where their surveillance cameras are. Could you see if the surveillance cameras, they should all be on, considering nobody's there right now? Yes. I want to make sure that nothing's being broadcast into the bank. Yes. See, a surveillance camera is designed to take images from the bank and put it on a server. Yes, it is. It should not be doing VoIP into the bank through the actual lenses of each and every surveillance camera. Now, when you think of the actual structure, the infrastructure of technology, yes. Every time you went to the bank, there's secretary right now! I want to know every time you went to the bank. It's been said the best job that you can get is working where the money is. Yes, it's easiest to get paid when you work in a bank. Pooch! Now, I want the servers of all the surveillance cameras of every bank in Clallam and Jefferson County. Yeah, and I want to know if any VOIP. You're saturating the bank's environment. Yeah, with a want to be on them so as to cause the war machine. Yeah, the artificial intelligence that knows. The actual individuals that are cloned. Yes, twins. Yes, look-alike spouses. The fake employees of the government of the United States of America.